everyone, welcome back to my channel. Hope you all are doing good. Now we are going to learn about Matplotlib box plot, and without delay, let us start with our concept. Let us start with our topic on box plot. So in Matplotlib, we saw how to create box plot in our pandas sessions, right? On our pandas basic visualization part, we understood how to create box plot. Now we will see in Matplotlib library how can we create box plot and the different customizations on that. So again, we know this process, right? We have to import matplotlib.pyplot as PLT, right? We are loading our libraries. We are loading our NumPy library, import NumPy. Then what is the next step we have to do? We have to create our data set. Our X and Y, right? As box plot is based on the category, and we have to create, like in your x-axis, what should be there? Category, right? In your y-axis, we should be having data. Based on the data, how that category is coming up, we need to plot it. So this, we have created labels, group A, group B, group C and group D. Then we are creating data, like the data points or the data set. How we are doing? We have created normal distribution curve right here. Before that, we are creating seed, guys. Seed I have already told you in our in our NumPy sessions. During that time, I told you that seed can be used for fixing the data, right? It is not going to move, it is not going to change. Irrespective of how many times you will run the code, it won't change. It is going to take that particular set of data and it is going to give you the output. So here I have taken np.random.normal. Normal means what, guys? It is going to create a normal distributed curve, correct? Then what are the inputs it is taking? It is taking log. Log means what is that, guys? It is going to tell you the point or the middle line from where the mean line or the center line it is going to be. Log. Scale. Scale means till what? Till what is the size? What are the data? Till what you are going to create your normal distribution curve. Here we are taking 200 data points. For 200 data points, it is going to create a normal distribution curve. Then for log and scale, what I am doing, I am taking a zip. Zip means what, guys? If you have, like if you use, this is a Python function, Python method, guys. Zip means it's a Python method. What it will do, it will take different lists. So you can see I have given two lists. When you're doing zipping, it is going to create multiple tuples of that list. So, like these are the tricky questions you might get in your interview. So what is the meaning of this? That means first value is getting coupled with the first value of the next list. Similarly, second value is going to be coupled with the second list, second value. Like this, third, fourth. You can see this should be the output if we'll run this separately. And what it is going to do, it is going to create this combination for this log and scale, and it is going to create for me 200 different labels, right? Then I am creating my figure, right? Next, what is the next step, guys? We have to create a figure. So I'm creating my figure. What is the method? We have to do fixed size. Fixed size means it is going to create your area where you are going to plot your things, right? So I did that. I have taken that fixed size 10,7. Then after that, I am creating my box plot. This is how I can create my box plot. plt.boxplot, guys. So in Matplotlib, we have a inbuilt method for box plot, plt.boxplot. What are the things it is expecting, guys? It is expecting data, right? It is going to take that data, right? Then after that, patch artist. Patch artist is going, it is telling if patch_artist equal to true, it is going to fill boxes with colors. Okay, notch. Notch equal to true means, let me get back to the chart or plot. So you can see this triangular corner area which has been created, right, in each boxes, this part, right? So that is nothing but your notch. Notch means it is going to create a kind of funnel kind of area in each side. Let me go to the whiteboard. So like this, you have a box, right? So this area is a notch. These two sides is a notch. The same thing we are customizing here, correct? Now, I'm talking about vertical orientation. Vertically, it is going to come, like all your boxes are going to be generated vertically. Then labels. I have already created my labels, correct? What are the labels I am going to keep? I have created that and I'm assigning it here. Show mean. I am going to show my mean line. So here I can give show means equal to 2. So these are our customizations, guys. So you don't have to remember this. All you have to remember is how to give input to the plotting and how to call that. So you have to just remember plt.boxplot is the method. Rest all can be like you can use that from your matplotlib library, which is readily available if you search through Google. Then we are defining colors. So as we have 4 categories, right? We are creating 4 different colors because I want to highlight 4 different colors for my boxes. So I am telling light blue is one of the color, light green is one of the color, light coral and light golden yellow. So these are the 4 colors I have created. Next, I am creating patch. So what is the meaning of patch? In case of boxes, this whole area, this box area which you are seeing where the color is filled, right? That is called patch. That is called patch. And I'm telling that I have to fill the patch with some color, right? And this is how I can achieve it. This is how I can customize my boxes. I'm telling my patch, like I have to fill my color. So I have to use patch and the color. Color I am using, then I am zipping it. What I am zipping it? I am zipping those boxes. Whatever the boxes I am getting, I am going to get or I am going to assign them with the colors. What I am doing inside for, I am creating set face color. Face color means what is the color it is going to fill. Edge color, the box edge color it is going to be. And line width, what is the edge line width it is going to be. I am customizing. Next, I am customizing my whiskers, and whiskers are what, guys? These are the tails of boxplot. So if you'll come down, you can see this extended area, right? This extended lines which you are seeing, those are your whiskers, okay? And I already told you what are the formulas for whiskers and how to calculate these box mean and what Q1, Q2, Q3, quartiles and all. Everything I have explained you. Please go through previous videos if you want to get more clarification on that. Then even whisker also I can customize. So whisker, what I'm doing, I'm setting up the color. Okay, whisker.set is a method. And I'm telling, okay, my color should be dark blue. The whisker color, whatever I am going to get, that is going to be dark blue. Line width should be 1.5. Whisker line width and line style also I can keep. So just fundamentally you can understand wherever line is coming, right? You can use line width, line style, okay? All these properties you can use by default in case of matplotlib. Then I can customize the cap. What is the cap, guys? So at the end of whisker, this area which you are seeing, which I'm highlighting or I'm circling my mouse over, that is nothing but your cap. That is your cap. Then I can, inside cap, what I did, I have again set my color and line width. Then I like I can customize the median, the mean, everything I can customize. So here I have customized my median value, and that median value I have set the color to red, and I have defined my line width. Then the flyers or the outliers also I can define. And outliers means what, guys? Any point which is coming above whiskers, that is your outliers. And you can see here, so this is your whisker, right? This line where the caps are completing, or it's ending, that is your whiskers. So any points here, you can see 1 point, right? So all these points whichever are coming beyond whiskers, that is your outliers, and those we need to treat. Okay, so for where I was, for outliers also I can create, I can set my marker, like what is the shape of the outlier, what is the color, okay, what is the uh, transparency level, then marker size, everything I can set here. Similarly, I can create my mean line for each box, how my mean line is going to come, I can set that. Okay, all method is there. Like if you use sec.set, all functionalities you can use for that. I am saying, okay, my mean line marker should be this, marker face color, like what is the face color or the color of that marker, it should be green. Then edge color also I can define. Then marker size, line style, everything I can define. Then next, what is the step? That is our basic step, right? We have plt.title where I am defining the title of the plot. That is must. Each plot should be having title, and that is a must, because without that your plot is incomplete, right? How somebody will, if somebody will say they cannot understand what is that plot. For that we need a title, and that title also we can create or we can customize by giving font size. Then we have X label, Y label. X label, Y label means in X axis what is the text I am going to get, in Y axis what is the text I am going to get. Everything I can pass it. Then we have plt.tick params. Tick underscore params means, if you are seeing here, right, I mean this thing, right, group A, group B, group C, these are your ticks. Like whenever you are, whatever the values are present in the plotting or in that particular axis, those are your ticks. And we are saying, okay, in X axis, X means in X axis whatever the params are there or ticks are there, those label size should be 10, or the sizes of those letters should be 10. Similarly, whatever the letters are present in Y axis, that label also should be 10. So we defined our tick parameters. Then this is again optional, guys. plt.grid, if I want I can keep grid, if I do not want I can just keep false, or you can just, you don't need to keep it. If you do not want it, it's not needed. So plt.grid, I'm telling true, I'm telling the line style should be this dash. Alpha means what is that, guys? Our transparency level. Then I am talking about tight layout. Tight layout means, guys, no components are going to be overlapped with each other. Everything is going to be crystal clear. It will look good. So that is why we are using. Again, it is optional. If you will not keep, that is also fine. So plt.show we will do. Now let us see what is the output we are getting. So plt.show you should not miss, guys, because if you'll miss, sometimes it is not getting. If you mistakenly, if you'll miss it, it works, but sometimes it is not working. So plt.show you should always keep. So you can see our box plot came, and the curve which it is forming, right, on top of this whiskers and all, it is a kind of normal curve only, right? You can see normal curve. So from smaller it become bigger sizes of boxes. And you can see we are able to see we have few outliers, right? We have mean line, median line, everything is there in this, right? And this is how we can customize our box plot. Okay. Well, that is all for now. We will cover further topics in our upcoming videos. Till that time, see you. Bye. Take care and Please start subscribing, like, share your comment, share your valuable feedback. Till that time, see you. Bye. Take care.